Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Look, man, Jose Benavidez Jr., tough guy, brave, ballsy, willing to leave it all on the line. But more importantly, for Jermall Charlo, Jose Benavidez Jr. is easy to hit. Jermall should win easily. Will he? We don't know. Find out tomorrow, won't we? But what I will tell you is, if Danny Garcia, moving up from 147 to 154, if he was able to throw 746 shots and land 31% of those, right? 153 of that 746 happened to be body shots. And for him to throw 454 jabs and land 63 of those to the body and the other 80 to his head, I can't see Jermall Charlo getting in there and not being able to do the same or actually worse. Let me use the right word, doing better than what Danny Garcia did against Jose Benavidez. Now, the problem with Jose Benavidez is just going to be his punch output, man. You know, he's willing to walk around the ring, not really let his hands go that much. Matter of fact, you'll see in fights where sometimes guys double his punch output, sometimes triple his punch output. As a result, they land more than him. Now, if he's having some success, Jose Benavidez Jr. will let his hands go. But for the most part, in my opinion, he just seemed to have turned into a tough guy in the ring who's nothing but a gatekeeper. Now, my issue with Jermall Charlo going forward now, this is going to be a little bit of an issue. But before I tell you that, let me point this out. If Jermall Charlo can throw a total of 627 punches against Derevinchenko over 12 rounds and land 219 of those punches, right? That tells me that he shouldn't have any issue getting shots off on Jose Benavidez Jr. Now, if you take a look in that fight where Charlo fought Derevinchenko, he beat him. But Derevinchenko threw more punches than Jermall Charlo. Charlo threw 627, Derevinchenko threw 681. But when you look at the accuracy and how many were landed, Charlo outlanded him. Okay? So, and Derevinchenko is not a guy who's going to just sit back and not fight. He was trying to fight. And he was having some success. But Jermall Charlo just hits too hard. Too hard, too accurate. But this is the thing that we got to understand. Jermall Charlo's been out of the ring for a while. Jermall Charlo has a lot of questions on whether he still has it or not. Jose Benavidez Jr. has been fighting. But the thing I was going to say before I start talking about Charlo and Derevinchenko is for Charlo, this is what's going to suck. If he beats Jose Benavidez Jr., I'm not sure how much credit he gets for that win. Okay? Because this is what they're going to say. Jose Benavidez Jr. fighting Crawford at 147. One, he should have been fighting at 147. That was too low of a weight class for him. That's what they're saying. Two, when he fought Crawford, it was 8 months after getting a shot in his leg. He had metal rods in his leg. His leg hadn't totally healed up. He should have never fought Crawford after being shot. Now that I'm going to tell you, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think he should have been in the ring after 8 months, but he's stubborn. Okay? So moving out of 147 to 154, he fights Danny Garcia. He says, hey, 154, it was better than 147, but I'm still killing myself to get down to 154. I shouldn't be at 154. Danny Garcia didn't beat me because he was better, because I was weight drained. All right, I get it. But now he's going to 160. And I can only imagine the excuses that are going to come from Jose Benavidez Jr. if he loses to Jermall Charlo. Is he still weight drained? Should he be fighting at 175? Or is he fighting at 160, 163? Which is too much weight. It should have been at 160. The 3 pounds made that much of a difference. You see what I'm saying? So this is a good match for Jermall Charlo to get in there with somebody who should fight him back, who should not make any excuses. But I think the excuses are going to flow. But I will tell you this. The one thing about Jose Benavidez Jr., this is the thing I'm paying attention to, because remember, he wasn't doing this before. Jose Benavidez Jr. may be easy to hit. I think Jermall needs to knock him out. Because after round 6, when the Heredia cocktail kicks in, that fight could be interesting, people. Because when these fighters decide to go to these pharmaceutical geniuses for help, I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Now, can Charlo land 18 to 52 punches per round? Can he land 7 to 25 jabs per round? And can he land 41% of his power punches like he did against Derevinchenko? I think he can. But what happens if somehow Jose Benavidez on the Heredia cocktail can somehow now throw more than what he was throwing in the Danny Garcia fights, to where now in every round he's throwing 20 punches around, 30 punches around. You know what I'm saying? If Jose Benavidez can now average about 30 punches around, that's more than what he was fighting, more than punches than what he normally throws. You'll see him in some rounds throw 20, 24, 19. In a couple rounds, if he's having success, you may see him get up to 37. But for the most part, he's right around 19 to 22 punches around. That's like the sweet spot for Jose Benavidez. But if he can bubble that up to 30 to 33 punches around, he may have a chance. But bottom line is, all that Heredia cocktail, all that training is good. If you still keep your head on the line and you're easy to get hit, like Danny Garcia was able to hit him as much as he wanted, you can't do that with Jermall Charlo. So if he's there to be hit, Jermall should be able to get him, I think, knock him out. But I do think it's going to be interesting seeing how he performs at 163 with the Heredia cocktail in him, and just see if he's stronger, if his punch resistance better, and just see how he does. But that being said, I'm looking forward to this fight. But I'm going to be really paying attention. If it gets to round 6, I'm going to be paying attention to see if my boy Jose Benavidez Jr. is able to kick it into another gear. And if he does kick it into another gear and Jermall Charlo can't, well, then this fight could be interesting. But nonetheless, I don't want to see no absurd scorecards, no 114, 114s, no 118, 110s, unless it's fair. But the scorecards, it can't be one judge scores at 114 to draw, and another one scores a shit 118, 110. Like, I don't want to see no absurd scorecards. That's why I will hope they both just fight as hard as they can to take the decision out of the judges' hands, because when that shit happens, it's normally a disappointment. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Jose Benavidez Jr. is easy to hit. But can Jermall outdo what Danny Garcia did, and can he hurt him? Because I'm telling you, with the Heredia cocktail, Jose Benavidez Jr. may increase his punch output, and he may get something through. You just don't know. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.